Okay, real quick, on page 69, looking over what we have from the Think Up Math book. They have given us a set of vocab words. Approximate. What does approximate mean to do? Hand, please. Yes, ma'am. To estimate or to guess. Capacity. What is capacity? Hand. Nobody knows what capacity means?
Wait. How much it can hold.
How much it can hold. I still need y'all to raise your hands, but yes. Conversion. What is a conversion? Yes, ma'am, again. Converting it, meaning what? What am I doing? One thing to another. I'm changing it. That's the word I want to hear. Conversion factor is the number by which you're changing it. Customary system of measurement is what we use here in America. The metric system is what is used in most foreign countries. Equation. Yes, ma'am. The problem. And it has an equal sign in it because it says equation. Length is how what? How long something is. Proportion. What's a proportion? It's at the beginning of your note. A proportion is where two ratios or fractions are equivalent. Unit rate is how much it is for one. And weight is how heavy something is. Okay, looking at the next box, it says sort each of the following terms into the appropriate section on the table. Cup.
Weight and
Kinda. But we can't say this is about a cup heavy. Capacity. So capacity is how much something can hold. Weight is how heavy something is. And length is how long things are. Okay? Millimeter. Where would that belong?
weight.
Can we say that this is about a millimeter heavy? Or it's about a millimeter long? Length. Mile. Length. Foot. Also length. Centimeter. Length. Anything with meter in it is length. Anything with gram in it is weight. Hint, hint. Kilometer.
Kilogram is weight.
Yes, kilogram is weight. So let's fill that out real quick. And what is kilometer?
Length.
Length. Quart. Yes. Remember the big G. Ounce. Also capacity. Gallon. Yard. Good. Liter. A liter of soda. Capacity. Gram. Gram is weight. Fluid ounce. Ooh, this ounce right here needs to go over here with weight. Fluid ounce is capacity. The other kind of ounce is weight. Fluid ounce is liquid. Other ounce is mass. Pint. Capacity. Inch. Good. I'll leave it up so you can catch up. Milliliter. Capacity. Pound. Weight. That's what we use here in America. Meter. And milligram. Not quite. Where's
Weight.
grams?
Weight.
Weight. Okay, go ahead and write those down. When making conversions between measurement systems, a conversion factor is used that compares one unit of measure in one system to an equivalent value of measure of another measure in the other system. For example, when converting inches to centimeters, the conversion factor is 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters may be used. It is important to note, with the exception of the conversion factor 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters, all other factors between systems are approximations, meaning they are not exact. And answers will be estimates, okay? That's what I just said. So, looking at these two examples here, the longest beard and then Andrea. A record for the longest beard was given to a man from Canada. His beard measured 7 feet 9 inches long. What was the length of the beard in meters? So, using the conversion factor, 1 meter is approximately equal to 3 2/2800 feet. Begin with the proportion using the labels of the conversion factor to guide the ratios. So they set up a proportion here, which I have them written like this. Okay, you can write them as 2 equal fractions, or you can use the ginormous plus sign. Okay, 1 meter is equal to 3.28 feet. You have to have the conversion factor in there. Remember, proportions can be written 4 different ways. So we don't have to always have the 1 meter on top right. On the top left and the 3.28 feet on the bottom left. Okay, we can switch it up. But the meters always have to go on top. Meters. And then down here is what? What unit is this? No. Feet. Now inches make up feet. So here we have to convert. That means I have to turn my inches into feet and then convert those feet into meters. So the conversion factor is in feet, so 9 inches needs to be changed to feet. 9 out of what? How many inches are in a foot? 12 inches in a foot. So it's 9 out of 12. And what can I do with 9/12? Convert it to what? A decimal. Before converting it, what should I do? Simplify it. 9/12. What goes into 9 and 12? 3. How many times does 3 go into 9? And how many times does it go into 12? 3/4 is what as a decimal? Now it's familiar to me. It should be 0.75, 75 cents. So that's where they got this 7.75 feet from. Does everybody see that? Okay. Solve the proportion to determine the approximate number of meters. So they set up my proportion and they've written this in feet and meters and meters. Then what do they do to solve my proportion? Cross, multiply, then divide. They multiply by 7.75 feet over here. And then they did this over here to just kind of cancel those out. Then what am I dividing by? 3.28 is my denominator. So once they've done all that, they got your solution or your quotient to be about 2.36 meters long. Andrea uses 3/8 ounce of vanilla in her cookie recipe. How many milliliters is in 3/8 of an ounce? There is approximately 300 ounces in 1 milliliter. Set up a proportion. I have ounces on top, milliliters on bottom. Ounces. Milliliters. This was something that y'all needed to pay attention to on your quiz last week, guys. You have to match the units. That was written in your notes a while ago. Where are those notes at, Miss Starling? These notes. Right here. Units need to match. I need to have feet with feet. Then I moved on to the chicken and egg question. The chickens go on top and the eggs go on bottom. But I know that there are 2 chickens for every 6 eggs. So I know now on this new part of this unit that there are 3/100 of an ounce for every 1 milliliter. And then I need to find out how many milliliters are in 3/8 of an ounce. Since ounce is given in both decimal and fraction form, convert the fraction to a decimal to make calculations easier. I need y'all to pay attention. 3/8 is also a familiar fraction that you should have in your notes. It's a benchmark. It's 0.375 ounces. Then what are they going to do? They're going to see what they multiply by. So how do I get from 3 to 375?
You multiply by 12.5.
Right, so I can divide 3 by 375. 3 goes in there once. Whoops, this should be a 3. 0, 7, 3 and a 7 twice. 6, 15, 3 and a 15 twice. That's where they got the 12.5 from. And then whatever you do to the top, you do to the bottom. Thanks for staying with me. So there are approximately 12.5 milliliters in 3/8 of an ounce. Now we're going to go on to try it ourselves. Robert runs 48 kilometers. If 1 mile is about 1.61 kilometers, how many miles did Robert run? Round your answer to the nearest 10. So now in my notes, I'm going to show this work because I don't have enough space to show it here. So I know 48 kilometers, and then here's my conversion factor. 1 mile is about 1.61 kilometers. So, 1, this is talking about Robert. You should be writing in your notes. He goes 48 kilometers and semicolon, 1 mile is approximately equal to 1 61/100 kilometers. So, make my proportion. What do we want on top? Miles or kilometers? Trick question, it doesn't matter. Miles first, cool. Miles and miles. What do we know? 1 mile is 1.61 kilometers. So down here, what do I have to have? I have to have kilometers. 1 and 1.61. Then what else do I know? I know about the 48 kilometers. Hold on, y'all. Okay, you said I know about 48 kilometers. So I have to put it in the only space that's left for kilometers. I can't put 48 over here because this is what? This is miles. So then what goes on top since it's my unknown? X. Now what? Say it louder. Cross multiply, then divide. This is easy cross multiplication. 48 times 1? 48. Divided by 1.61. Remember I told you there'd be a lot of division here? Here it is. So, what do I need to help me divide? I need to move my decimal because I can't have a decimal in the denominator. So whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. So move it twice to the, good. 1, 2, and then up here, 1, 2. I now have a new problem. 4,800 divided by 161, and it's still going to give me the same quotient. I just don't have that decimal anymore. Excuse me. Now, who in, who out?
What? 4,800 in and 161.
4,800 in and 161 out. And in order to facilitate my division, what must I do? Write my multiples. Yes, ma'am. 161. What's 161 plus 161? 2, 2, 3. 322. So this is one multiple. Now this is 2. Now another one. 2 plus 1. 3, 6 plus 2, and 3 plus 1, I just gave you the answer. This is 3 multiples. 161 again. 4, 4, 6. If you can add, then you can do long division. 161 again. Tell me what it is.